Math class, a dreaded place for many students, where the lectures are dull, the tests are hard, and the concepts are abstract. Many would probably prefer to spend the time playing a video game. Fortunately, Professor Robin Ngadi of UW Bothell has developed a new way for students to learn math that makes use of the Kinect camera, a peripheral for Microsoft's Xbox console.
I was a high school math teacher for about 10 years, and so I was one of the early adopters of technology, utilizing motion probes and graphing calculators. So last Christmas, I was sitting at home working and realized that I saw a commercial, and the commercial had the Kinect sensor. I said, that's just a big motion probe. Why can't we make that do what we want it to do? And so I talked to Calvin, and he said, well, I'll get a couple of undergraduate students who can see if we can program that. And so I gave them my conception of what I thought it should look like, and a week later they had the first iteration of the software ready for me.
In short, Kinect Math is a way for students to interact with math functions with their bodies and hands, making the abstract concepts a little more tangible.
In cognitive psychology, there's something called embodied thinking. And embodied thinking really has two parts. One is kinesthetically thinking with your sinew and the bones and the muscles, and that's a different type of thinking than just writing on a piece of paper. And that there's two parts to that. There's both your body, thinking kinesthetically with your body, but then there's empathetic. You're thinking empathetically too, where you're thinking about how the other person needs to move. So you're looking at him saying, hey, you have to lift your hand higher or lower. People that are really creative, people that can think through problem solving.
Kinect Math requires the Kinect sensor to be hooked up to a computer running the math software. It has three main modes, which Robin will give us more details on here.
The first element allows a student to walk in front of the Kinect sensor, and it will actually record distance from the sensor and the velocity and the acceleration of the person moving in front of the sensor. The second mode that it has is called editing mode, and editing mode allows students to control the parameters of an equation. So like the equation of a line has two parameters, a slope and a y-intercept. And so one of my hands will control the slope and one of them will control the y-intercept. So I can actually touch the graph rather than only not physically, rather than just draw it on a piece of paper. And then we have what we call matching mode, which we give the students a graph and they can match the graph with their distance or motion in front of the Kinect sensor.
Kinect Math represents a greater trend known as gamification. People everywhere are working to take difficult or mundane tasks and make them more like video games.
I want to make a difference in the lives of classroom teachers. I want to make a difference in the lives of kids who have to do math, that it's not so dry and dull. I want them to be able to see math the way I see math.
Kinect Math is available for free download from apps.kinecteducation.com, but only time will tell where Kinect Math and gamification will take us.